Good evening, everybody. Hope you guys are enjoying your wonderful day. And this, of course, will be another weather forecast on Nathaniel as we are keeping a look now as the National Weather Service now has issued windstorm watches and advisories across the Midwest and Central Plains ahead of this storm here, as it's going to bring in snow as early as Monday of next week here. So we're getting very, very close to the beginning of this major snowstorm that can bring extremely heavy snow and dangerous conditions all the way from areas like Kansas to New Jersey to New York and even Connecticut. So we're talking a very widespread system that can bring in some dangerous ice and wintry weather and as well very heavy snow for some very large cities like Chicago, Detroit, Milwaukee, Nebraska City, Omaha, New York City. We're talking very populated areas here, so definitely something to keep in mind here. And we're looking at a very significant snowstorm here, and this will be focusing throughout this video here. But if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. I do daily content like this every single day, whether it's for winter weather, tropical weather, monthly forecasts, seasonal forecast, you name it, it will be here. One of those will be here every single day on this channel here. So if you want those, be sure to subscribe. And as well, if you guys want to get these videos as fast as possible, hit that bell notification icon. And as well, be sure to comment on the comment section if you have any questions, and I'll do my best to respond to them. But without further ado, let's get into the video here. So here we are now at the National Weather Service. So there we got a few windstorm watches across areas like central Kansas all the way to areas like Davenport, Iowa, right on the border of Illinois. So as far western Illinois down into areas like central Kansas is where we have those windstorm watches there. So we can actually see areas like Des Moines, Iowa are under those windstorm watches there. You do see Kansas City's just to the south there, but we got areas, of course, like St. Joseph and those windstorm watches area, Grant City out there in Missouri. You got Topeka, Kansas. You got as well Fall City. So everything really just outside of Kansas City is where we have those windstorm watches as well. We got those winter storm watches for areas like Des Moines, Iowa there. You got also Atuma and as well Atlantic, Iowa as well. So much the southern half of the state there. And as well, we got those windstorm watches now all the way down here into areas like Hutchinson, Lincoln, Russell, and not Lincoln, Nebraska, but Lincoln, Kansas. So that's where you have those windstorm watches, basically. And then, of course, we have those winter weather advisories to the north for the today's snowstorm, which is not Nathaniel. Nathaniel is actually going to be the one that's going to happen on Monday. But this is a minor snowstorm here that we are going to be seeing throughout today. We have those winter weather advisories there for Madison, just outside Milwaukee as well, Minneapolis up there, and northern Iowa here. So the central Iowa right there, you guys are right between those winter storm watches and advisories. And then for Nathaniel, we got winter weather advisories for areas like Lincoln, Nebraska, Nebraska City, and even Omaha there, and much of eastern Nebraska. So here's like now at the new 18Z GFS. You can kind of see, let me move out of the way, you can kind of see it's not even done fully reloading. So this is very new. This is new data. So very good you are watching this video because it's completely new. So here's a look now at the GFS 18Z here. So there's that low pressure right there. So again, the low pressure is always that throughout the storm, the low pressure will be the freezing line determination. So anything really south of that low pressure or anything east, mainly that low pressure, will most likely be very heavy rain as temperatures will be more above freezing there. But if you're just to the northwest or north of that low pressure, that is where we'll be seeing that very heavy snow. And that low pressure will be quite strong, 994 millibars. So if you're close to the low pressure, the precipitation will be very heavy, which is why the heaviest snow will be just outside that low pressure track, and the heaviest rain will be just to the east of that low pressure there. But we're talking very heavy snow Monday evening here for areas like Topeka, Kansas there, Nebraska City, all the way into areas like southern Iowa there, like Des Moines. And now by Tuesday morning, those temperatures continue to drop. You got that high pressure on the backside, bring that very cold air to the north here. So that's going to allow for some cold air to arrive now below freezing for the mid-Atlantic. So some of that rain may develop into some ice there as early as Tuesday morning for areas like DC and Baltimore. But there you see that main low pressure there. It starts the weekend at 994 millibars. However, that precipitation is still incredibly heavy there. Potential whiteout conditions there in a few inches per hour. For areas like Des Moines, you may get 3 inches per hour at some point, and that snow continues there all the way into areas like Nebraska City and Omaha, all the way to now Chicago. You guys, Chicago and areas like northern Indiana, you guys may start to get your snow as early now as Tuesday morning, and now by Tuesday afternoon. Or Tuesday late morning, sorry, that snow is going to continue there. Extremely heavy snow for Chicago, Detroit, all the way areas as well as still in Iowa City there, and as well starting to see that snow developing across portions of Pennsylvania and New Jersey. And then you see that snow starts to move out of Chicago and Indiana by Wednesday morning. But by Wednesday morning, that snow starts to arrive in New York City, areas like Massachusetts and New England, Albany, Syracuse, Utica, and then it should all end by Wednesday at midday. So here's looking now at the NAN 3 kilometer model here. So let me actually move out of here. So there you see we are 43 hours out, and that's when we're seeing that very heavy snow across areas like northern Kansas, much of southern Nebraska, and as well as seeing that ice mix there on that freezing line there, where it'll be above freezing or below freezing depending where you are there. But starting now 50 hours out, that's when that snow will start to become very widespread across areas like Des Moines, Iowa. There you see that very heavy snow. It's going to be extremely heavy because of that strong low pressure, as well extremely heavy snow for far northeastern Kansas, and extremely heavy snow for areas like Nebraska City, Lincoln, Omaha, and that's going to start moving in now. That snow starts to move in into areas like Rockford and northern Illinois by 50 hours, and then we go now later on to the next 54 hours. That snow really becomes widespread across areas like northern Illinois. It starts to diminish now outside of Kansas, and it's going to continue to kind of scatter throughout Nebraska, but it becomes a lot more widespread now into areas like Nebraska. A lot more widespread when it comes to Iowa and Rockford as well, especially Illinois, up there in Des Moines, even as well Davenport. And then 60 hours out, it starts to really go far to the east into the Great Lakes here. Now let's move this way. So now this is going to be a look now at the Mid-Atlantic here and the Great Lakes. So there you see that very heavy snow arriving, of course, in the next 51 hours out there. Extremely heavy snow developing there in areas like Davenport, Davenport, Iowa, as well as Des Moines, and you're going to start seeing some snow showers and even some sleet developing across portions of northern Ohio. And that'll continue now all the way. Oops, I did not mean to drop my mouse. I accidentally just dropped my mouse because that's how I control my slides here. So 58 hours out, that snow's continuing into areas like Chicago, Rockford, areas, of course, like Des Moines, and then extremely as far east as areas like Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. There you see that ice becoming a very big threat for Cleveland, a big threat as well for areas like Buffalo, New York. And then it continues to really move eastward there. Extremely heavy snow. It's going to be a big snowstorm for Chicago, a big snowstorm for Detroit. So this is going to be a big snowstorm for some of these big cities here that have been disappointed for the past 2 winters. Now here's look now at the snowfall totals there, and they have continued to increase. And the European has pushed the storm a lot more to the north last minute. Look at that, getting up to 8 inches there into southern Wisconsin. So they have pushed it up a little bit more to the north. But look at that, Nebraska City getting over 12 inches of snowfall potentially. Areas like Kansas City, you guys are just going to miss out the snow, maybe an inch or two, but just a few miles north, they may get over half foot of snowfall. And that's because this is going to be where the low pressure is. That's the low pressure track. Because again, right where that low pressure is kind of the freezing line. So just the north of where that low pressure directly moves is going to be where the heavy snow is. So much of southern Nebraska can get that very heavy snow, as well as north central Kansas may get over 15 inches of snowfall in some of those areas. It's going to be a very big wintry mess for areas like Nebraska City, Omaha. And they're going to get over a foot now for areas like Des Moines, over a foot there as well, Davenport. And they're going to potentially see maybe very heavy snow in areas like Madison. You guys may get over 7 to 10 inches according to the European. A massive change here. And as well, may get over 10 inches of snow for areas like Rockford, Illinois. Now, here's like now at, of course, the European for the Mid-Atlantic, getting around maybe 2 to 4 inches there across areas like Detroit, maybe 5 inches there near Kalamazoo on the off Lake Michigan. Again, up to 10 inches there for Chicago, up to maybe 8 inches for Milwaukee. Massive, massive change. Again, nothing for Columbus, nothing for Indianapolis. May get maybe 1 to 3 inches for Toledo. And then, of course, extremely widespread snow across the mid-Atlantic. May get up to 4 inches there in those mountainous regions in northwestern New Jersey. May get up to maybe 3 inches or maybe even 4 inches for D.C. Baltimore may get maybe 1 to 4 inches of snowfall. Dover may get 2 inches there. And New York City, you guys have increased, may get up to 4 inches of snowfall according to the European. Now, here's a look at the NAM, and look at this, extremely widespread snow. It's very, very similar to the European here. Let's actually look. So look at that. Let me move this over here. Look at that. Very, very similar here, except the Wisconsin part. But we're seeing extreme similarities here between the NAM and the European. But look at that. Des Moines may get up to 10 plus inches of snowfall. Same thing for Omaha, Nebraska City, and even Lincoln. You guys may well get the same totals as Des Moines. Extremely heavy snow, of course, for north upper Kansas may get over 15 inches of snowfall. St. Joseph's may get anywhere from 3 to anywhere from 8 inches of snowfall. You guys are kind of right on that freezing line, like Kansas City there. Except have a lot better chance of getting snow, and of course, getting up to possibly 8 to 11 inches there across northern Illinois. And then, of course, let me actually show Chicago as well. I can't forget Chicago. So there's Chicago, of course, possibly getting over 8 inches according to the NAM. And this is actually not all the totals that the NAM has. It's just the NAM only goes 60 hours out. So this is 60 hours out in a pause that it stops. It doesn't go any further. So obviously we're going to get snow in New York City and all that. It's just it doesn't go that far out. But when it stops at 60 yards, this is how much snow we're going to be seeing here, according to the NAM. Up to anywhere from 5 to 6 inches across southern Pennsylvania, including maybe 1 to 2 inches already for Philadelphia, and as well may get up to an inch or 2 for southern New Jersey. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe, of course. And again, I'm going to continue to post content on Windstorm Nathaniel, most likely tomorrow. I gotta watch some football, of course, AFC and NFC Championship. So I will most likely post before 3 o'clock, and I may have 2 uploads tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure though, but hope you guys enjoyed it, and bye guys.